Thanks for coming, Rook. I hope the Kalsharok dwarves have some answers.
Masterfully done, Brooke. Is everyone intact?
To meet someone named Veilguard? He told me to come here. He seemed nice in his message.
So you don't actually know who or what this Veilguard is?
A new friend, I hope. We're supposed to meet Veilguard here.
We've come.
That has to be Veilguard.
There we go.
Veilguard?
Yes. Lace Harding, of the Inquisition.
Wait, how do you know about...
And this is the one they call Rook? Emmerich, the Mortalitasi Fleshcrafter.
Imprecise, but it does have a ring to it.
So you've heard of us?
You have brought a strange assortment to our gates, Lace Harding.
Thanks for meeting with us. I really hope you can help Harding.
You are gracious in your address. It is not necessary. Tell me what you wish.
I'm looking for someone touched by the Ancients. Does that mean anything to you?
Yes, she has been waiting for you. Follow, and keep your weapons ready. The roads are dark, the creatures there even more so. You are staring.
What? No.
You want to know if you can see the corruption you hear we carry?
Sorry. I shouldn't have.
A person will do almost anything to survive. That is what my people did. Become like the Darkspawn, or be destroyed by them.
Not much of a choice.
How many times have you been to the surveys?
I spent a year in Osberg.
I didn't know you
It gave me an appreciation for home. The food up here is much better than what we get.
I always found it strange how much Baltimore's people feel.
What do you mean you're like the Darkspawn?
Kal Sharok was abandoned to its fate many generations ago.
Wardens will be
When the
welcome
Darkspawn
here,
first
once
came.
the outpost is
We lost many,
re-established.
some to the corruption, some by their own hand, and some found another way. Atuva Galta Satot. The stone is colder than death, as they say. Darkspawn.
Trouble nearby. Here we go. Excellent form, Brooke. Good job.
Solid blow!
Well, that's a relief.
Reminds me of the necropolis. Lacking the charm, of course.
Not far now. Blight. It grows too quickly these days, and it feels different.
You can feel the blight?
Many from Kal Sharok can, somewhat. Long story. The corruption. Destroy it, and this grove will become vulnerable.
Destroy the source of the blight growths? We can do that.
Stay on guard here.
Looks like a rock wedged in the mechanism.
I might be able to help with that. Leave it to me. I bet it's this way. I'm on it.
For a moment there, it was as though a malevolent gaze fell upon us.
You got it. darkspawn. And they're everywhere down here. What are the chances we won't see any more of them?
We've a fight.
This blight and get out of here.
Excellent. All safe.
It's cleared out. Think we can get through the door now? Let's go check with Stalgard.
You did good work. The blight growths have weakened.
So, we can keep going?
Yes. Come. Mind yourself, and show respect when you enter the sanctum.
Yes, of course. But who are we meeting?
I will let her speak for herself. But we of Kalsharok revere her deed for being one with the storm. They say she was once from Orzammar, but she speaks very little of her past.
There was blight everywhere outside of those doors. But here, it's clean. This person I'm going to see, I think she's keeping the blight away somehow. The song. Do you hear it? Coming from all around us.
They say Lyrium sings, but I have never heard it quite so distinctly.
It feels like it's echoing through my entire being. Like I'm part of the melody, and it's calling me home. I would love to look around more. Do you think Stalgard would mind?
I think he'd be fine with it.
But I don't see anyone.
There. She's waiting.
Thank you for leading her here, Stalguard. They call me the Oracle.
That's incredible.
Yes, she is.
I know you. Don't I?
Once I was Volta, as you were Lace, then Scout, and now something else.
All this. Is this what I am? Am I like you?
I cannot tell you what you are. Look within, and remember. Remember when the Earth was alive, and the Titans walked the land. In one voice they sang, a chorus of creation and of connection.
Isatuno. The song.
When the Titans fell, we awoke, but the melody was already lost.
The dwarves.
We were always just shattered fragments of a greater whole.
The stone sense. My magic. It's Titan magic. But why? Why did this happen? Why do I remember Isatuno? What happened to the Titans?
There's something else here. It's found you. What have you done?
I didn't do anything!
Fascinating! Run, quickly!
Deep stalkers. That construct probably riled up the wildlife.
Watch the teeth!
On your left!
Primed and ready!
Read it, Rook. They're shooting for us!
Come on! Four, three. You seem to have invoked its ire, Harding.
Why does everyone think this is my fault? Nice one!
Spectacular rope!
Everyone alive?
Did you feel it? Fury. Such fury. And with you as its mark.
Me? But why?
Hey, we can handle anything that comes our way.
There are horrors in the depths. They have awakened to you now. Look within for your answers, and beware.
No, wait! I have more questions!
Huh.
She does that. Riddles, riddles, riddles. Oh, I'm a rock.
But those weren't answers! She gave me nothing! Come back! Make her come back!
Harding.
Ugh. It's all right. I'm all right. Sorry. We're done. Let's just get out of here. Oh, hey.
You look like you could use someone to talk to.
I'm that obvious?
You're being uncharacteristically quiet.
I try to be cheerful. It helps me, and I think it makes other people feel better. But since we saw the Oracle, I don't know.
You're allowed to feel off balance. That experience with the Oracle was intense.
But I got nothing out of her except vague hints and even more vague warnings. I just wish I knew what to do.
Whatever you decide to do, you aren't alone.
I know. It's nice to know I have friends. And you, of course.
I'm not a friend?
Oh, I didn't mean that. I just meant that you're... special. Or special-er. Having you by my side has made all this easier to bear. I don't know what I'd do if you weren't here.
I know. And I'll be here as long as you need me. That's a promise.
Harding left the Oracle's sanctum disappointed. Maybe she'd expected too much. Maybe there were no answers to be had. Seething with questions, she forgot the Oracle's dire warning. But far below the surface, something was moving, determined to be seen, and fighting to be remembered.
Abundance.
Usually have to dodge traps and fight spiders to see this much old elven stuff. Talk to Isabella if you want to sell any of it. She'll get you a good deal.
Spoken like a veteran treasure hunter.
Yep, for gold and glory. The lords make runs no one else can.
So why did the... You've got the right idea going... Varric and I ran into an old elven puzzle once while hunting for Solus. One only
Ugh.
Varric gave them an autographed copy of his book. Turns out he's really popular in the Fade.
Nice.
I'm... Just a finder's fee?
Yep. I know what happened to the last... The lords are good people. Hey. Some for you. Some for you. Hey, don't be a dick. That was for the little one. Stupid birds.
Here, let me.
You gotta spread it out. Throw it out in a clump and they fight over it.
I know how to do it.
So do it. Sometimes I practice with the fire out here. It's safer. No people around.
Is it mad?
It's not magic. My mother says the Kunari used to be closer to dragons. Something...
The Antam called you...
Yeah. Old Kunari word for fire breather. A few like me are born every generation. My mother thinks Sadari were meant for something special. She's always... Come on. My mother left the Qun not far from here. She got herself transferred to Kantar from Parvalan. Smuggled me there and then walked out.
I thought Kantar was well fortified. How did she escape with a child?
The Qun isn't a prison. People can leave if they want. You little guys hungry?
Do you miss living under the Qun?
Not much to miss. I was a baby. My mother misses it. She was an Ashkari back then. A scholar.
Why'd she leave?
Me. There's enough for all of you. Shathan was worried about what the Kunari would do with a fire breather like me.
What would they do?
She said they'd have me put in the Antam, use me as a berserker. The idea scared her enough that she left her library and walked away from the Qun. There you go. Come on. Over here's where I practice.
Why not on the beach?
Don't want to scare the birds. We just fed them. What the crap is that?
The Antam must be marking their territory.
Not on my beach. Vashvatari! Come on. These banners need to burn. I'm on it.
Nice. What does it feel like when you breathe fire like that?
It's more like spitting.
Ew.
Something inside my throat opens up and lets stuff mix together. Then there's this rush of heat as I roar it out.
I'm surprised it doesn't hurt your mouth to do that.
It can. One time my tongue got in the way. Got a mouthful of fire.
Ouch.
Didn't hurt much. My mother has to make food extra spicy so I can taste it.
I guess that's the trade-off for being a fire breather.
It's fine. I smell stuff better than most people.
On-Tom supply cache. Too bad it's locked up.
Not for long. Watch. Yep.
Wow. It burned right through it.
Yep. Melts some metals, not all.
How'd you figure out which kinds of metals you could melt?
My mother said I went through a lot of spoons as a baby. This way.
More birds to feed?
Something like that. Karash, it's Tosh. I brought food.
Avatosh, it's good you came early. The feather clouds are getting lower. It's going to rain. Who is this with you?
This is Rook. He's a friend.
A friend? All right. Make sure you both dress for rain. Drip rain, not mist rain.
Nice to meet you.
And you.
Karash was a worker caste navigator. Got dragged along with the On-Tom when they invaded.
They told us it was ordered by the Qun. Red clouds for thunder, gray clouds for rain, green clouds for the devouring storm. After what they did in Ventus.
I am sorry.
I do not have my old life or work.
You saw their Yeah?
I get that.
Come on. I should tell my mother how Karash is doing. So how do you get it?
I lived in a town before I went to Arlington Forest and joined the Veil Jumpers. Then I had to leave that to help stop Solus. So you take what works from each part, right?
Yeah. I had to take Kunari language classes growing up. I had to learn how to tie these stupid knots. It wasn't so bad when the Kunari and Ravane were at peace. Now the On-Tom have broken from the Qun and started attacking. People look at me like they're scared I'll switch sides.
That's their loss. People who have only ever been one thing will never know how big the world is.
Yeah? Maybe. Mother, what are you doing here?
You used to call me Tama.
I also used to wet the bed. Want me to start that up again?
I'd rather you didn't.
She always did like the... In truth...
Mother.
Perhaps...
Why are you here?
I came to ask Karash about the tablet your group recovered. I wondered if some of the symbols might...
Be gentle. Don't make him talk about the war.
I see the wisdom of your suggestion. I also see...
Chakra Toeb.
Remember to keep your consonants crisp. Kunari do not slouch, and neither does our... Panahedan, Evatosh. You did well bringing Karash his food.
Sorry. She's like that.
She's very involved in your life. It was nice to...
Yeah. So this is even more of the Fade.
Uh-huh. It goes on.
Well met, Rook.
How did you get here?
I did tell you I had my ways through Illuvians when I introduced you to the Inquisitor, did I not?
The Illuvians in general, yes, but not the Dreadwolf's Crossroads.
I would think you have more pressing questions at the moment. Questions about Solus and Mythal?
Mythal?
The two gods have always been linked. First, when Mythal bade her companion spirit to abandon the Fade, and then when Solus spilled Mythal's mortal blood, that he...
Wait, how do you know exactly what...
Think upon it, Rook. You saw... When Mythal stood against the gods' manipulations of the Blight, she was... Yet she survived and returned ages later.
So, if Mythal was originally a spirit...
Very good. Mythal was a spirit turned elven. And when her body was struck down, to spirit, she returned. Her essence sheltered in a willing mortal vessel. Over the centuries, she journeyed from host to host, slowly amassing her former power anew. Until once again, she was struck down, on this occasion, but not.
Then where did...
As you say.
Mythal. Mirtad Varim. Elven Los Arlethan.
Mana Lama. Altel Vara Mithad.
Well, I should honor you a little, I think, if... What? That was like how Elgernon and Gillinan can talk in your head, but...
'Twas Mythal you heard. Her echoes. Yet...
What are you then?
I once feared Mythal would consume me were I to carry her, but 'twas not so. I remained free-willed and mortal. What I now possess is but a spark of Mythal, shadowed memories through which to sift for meaning. As to our admixture, I suspect you have questions.
So, there's the soul of an elven... Oh.
When I learned she intended me to become the next receptacle of an ancient, it inevitably came to pass on a deep night. I was awakened by the presence of a blaze of magic in the shape of a woman who both was and was not my mother.
I don't think I'd
Neither did I. Mythal's memories were both gift and burden, this blazing woman told me, but I must accept them of my own accord. The decision was paralyzing. What would it mean to become such a host? What would be lost if I refused? In the end, 'twas something in my mother's voice which guided me.
What was that?
Regret. Not the regret of a god, but of a mother who knew she would never see me again. And so, my mind remains my own.
Do you have information we can use against...
The last time Mythal faced Elgernon and Gillinan, she was...
What about Solus?
You may recall he murdered Mythal's form...
All right. How can you carry Mythal's soul if you're not an elf?
Her spark has sheltered within both elves and humans who were sympathetic to her in thought and circumstance. Mythal's last host was a woman wronged, trapped by those sworn to love her. We may readily imagine their kinship.
The fall of our civilization. Where was
After the god's betrayal, she was a shadow. So she aided the elf.
You would have met Solus in the Inquisition.
I did indeed. 'Twas before I... At the time, I thought Solus a scowling elven apostate whose sole passion was finding arguments. He heard me, in all my ignorance, expound on the histories of the elven people, explaining legends he had witnessed himself.
Bet he loved that.
'Tis not a memory that brings me pride.
You didn't come out here just to...
I am not Mathal in her entirety, but yes. And now, after finding his memory, tell me then, what do you make of Solus?
I should ask you.
I would influence your answer. Or do you mean to...
Would you?
I shall aid you in it, even had I the power. What? I beg you.
Every decision he made, Solus thought he could save people, stop things from getting worse. Now his only way forward is a plan so terrible his last friends had to stop it.
An unfortunate belief that all paths are closed but those one has already taken.
There might have been...
'Tis not malice which made Solus your opponent, but conviction. Yet Solus was once beloved of Mathal. 'Tis his very loyalty and love for his people that led to the... You may be in a position to determine how it...
Maybe there's a way
Do you truly believe?
Well, maybe at least...
If you would shape the outcome of your battle, I've one last secret to share. When Mathal was struck down by the other gods, it was with her own lyrium dagger, the dagger you now carry. Solus recovered it from Elganon, and from it extracted a fragment of Mathal that had lain... This fragment, a younger sister to the one I carry, if you will, resides here, in the cross. I can open the way for you. Find her, survive the...
Another fragment of Mathal?
You are aware of what the word fragment means. The first... Among the...
You make it sound like this
You know Solus, and have seen Elganon, and memories of Mathal. They are the fragment of... This younger sister has not. She is unlikely to listen to polite requests, and though she is but a fragment of the goddess, the battle...
If she's just...
A fragment of a god... Or again...
If I were to try to talk with her...
She will demand respect, but detest flattery. She appreciates righteous anger, but will... She is, for want of better phrasing, prickly.
You would know this aspect of Mathal.
I dare say she...
Spirits can't get a...
Spirits, certain... One, the other, each remind...
What kind of spirit was... Thank...
A god's fragment, sharper than the whole, prevail, or be sundered completely.
We're getting close to where Morgan said that other fragment of Mathal was. That has to be her.
We talking or fighting?
Guess we'll find out.
You are Rook.
I never again expected to see my children in the And you know who I...
Mythal.
The part of me that survived betrayal by the rest of the Evanuris, if this can... Solus. He drew... I cannot return to the world, and even the... Have you come to seek the blessing of your... Or did you come to ask your god to sacrifice herself to...
I came here to ask for your help.
You dare explain to me what they are doing?
We saw Solus's...
You saw the... You wish for my help? Make your case, and I will yield my essence willingly to help you again. Fail, and I shall kill you for wasting my time, or you will kill... It has been sent...
If I don't stop the gods, the whole world will be corrupted by the Blight.
That is why you...
We know the truth.
And?
Stopping the Blight mattered enough for you to talk with Solus. It mattered enough...
And I was struck...
You made the...
Not bad, but not enough.
You can't want Elgarnon and Gillen...
I ruled alongside... Yet they were better than the others who threatened you. Monsters like the Titan set the Blight.
What they did to you was wrong.
And you care so deeply.
You deserve justice, and they...
If you wish to prove your worth, you must do better than that.
Solus is helping me.
Besides, why should I esteem the Dreadwolves?
But the two of you...
Until he killed the He keeps me here, yet has not... Tell me this.
Maybe you should have listened when he warned you about staying on as rulers after the war.
Are you saying I was wrong?
You asked me what you should... If...
Your arguments are... I find you worth... I have spent This is what remains. Use it to protect... I offer one further boon. I cannot enter the physical world or the pure. Evil has intruded here. Find it. And when...
The essence of the protect, like a piece of the sun.
So the Dragon Lady came through. Noah.
A god knows her moment. We did it. We got Mythal's essence.
Morrigan made it sound like she was gonna fight you. But she gave you her magic stuff just from you talking at her a bunch.
Not sure what we do with it just yet, but if Morgan's telling the truth, it'll come in handy at some point. I couldn't help overhearing. Sounds good. Well, you get high mark.
So what brings you back?
Just curious, really. Has your first war... A hot meal and a warm bed in Weishaupt is better than rotting in some dungeon.
It would be, but the food's always cold, and Weishaupt's drafty in the winter.
You're really selling it.
It gets better. When Darkspawn threaten a village, when innocent people are in danger, then we swoop in, swords held high, armor gleaming, while 100 faces look to us for salvation. And they all live to see the sunrise because of what we do.
Okay. Now I get it.
Best part is the warden fighting alongside you. Maybe they've done some bad things in the past. But after that day, it's different. There's some honor in their life where there wasn't before. Nothing like seeing redemption happen before your eyes.